So here, I have a Type 0 cassette tape. This tape, focus, alright, this tape is garbage. Even if you put this thing in a Nakamichi Dragon or a CR7 or any 3-head cassette deck and tune the bias as best you can't get this tape to sound good. It drops out like crazy. The volume is very distorted on this thing, so if you record on this and you listen to the source and then you compare it to the tape itself, the audio is very quiet on this tape, distorted, and my cat's trying to get the fish out of the fish tank here. By the way, the leader is broken on it, so I had to directly clamp the tape into the hub. This is garbage tape, not even Type 1. A Sony HF from 1985 sounds like a CD compared to this. So, if you recorded this on a cheap boombox with DC bias, it wouldn't sound any different compared to an actually professional AC bias 3-head cassette recorder. This tape is that bad. And here I have a scrapped Tannish mechanism, missing the motor, belts, and everything else. But it does have the capstan drive and a finger. So we can also engage play on this, run that capstan drive, and tangle the hell out of this Type 0. So let's get to it. And what I like that happens, I mean especially this tape, we're going to help this tape wrap around and try to come back in, because that's what I had happen to me a long time ago in a boombox where there was a lot of friction built up. And this reel right here, this fucking kitten here is pissing me off. You ain't gonna eat my fish. Even though they've been in there for a year and a half. Alright, so with cheap tapes, the take-up reel, the tape doesn't get aligned properly and rubs against the side of the cassette shell and builds up friction. And if you're using a cheap boombox, friction builds up and the take-up reel comes to a halt. The capstan drive keeps on going. And then the take-up reel is not pulling the tape up, and then the tape gets tangled up right there. And I've had it come down underneath the wheel, and it would come right back up underneath the capstan drive because it has nowhere else to go, so it would go right up in there, and then it's just a never-ending process of just mayhem. But unfortunately for this, the tape is just going to come right out and just bellow out, so I'm going to help it. Alright, I digress. Sorry for rambling on. Let's get to it. Let's help it. Let's help it back in there. Oh yeah. This isn't gonna end well for this tape. Alright, it took it. It's getting wrapped around that wheel. Oh yeah, this tape is done. Meanwhile, you're doing dishes while this tape is playing, and it just keeps on going until it just creeps to a halt. And then you open up the cassette door and you pull out the tape, and all of a sudden you have like a foot of tape hanging out the machine. The benefit with this is that I have to torque up a finger, and this can put out a lot more torque than a little motor. So we are going to destroy this type. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh, yeah. Oh, it stopped. It's not pulling anymore. I'm still turning the capstan. There's no more grip. The supply reel is not spinning anymore. So let's stop that. Junk tape. Didn't destroy it completely. So I guess I can show you how bad this tape sounds. Oh, the kid wants to play with it, huh? Well, let's keep it alive. I'll show you how bad this tape is.